Welcome back, illuminated beings of love and light. This is Valerie. This is Illumination Portal. And I am still on the series of the 12 universal spiritual laws, or the 12 immutable laws. These are nature laws. We do these laws consciously, unconsciously, or subconsciously in all moments. So my point of making these videos, the series, was to help us in the spiritual community, light workers and love workers, have a better grasp, excuse me, on how to manifest in our daily lives, to really put the effort in to manifest the life of our dreams. There's been a lot going on in the world, so I've kind of been going through a few things myself. I think we're all upgrading energetically, and we are ascending, and so is Mother Earth. That's the reason for my channel. Is I first was guided by my spirits to help people raise the vibration on Mother Earth by raising our individual vibrations. And these laws came into play in while I was doing that, but the external world is a bit chaotic and is constantly trying to throw us off, us in the spiritual community, and even people who aren't really aware of their spirituality and what's going on. They are ascending too. They're heart-centered and soul-centered beings. We are ascending. We are going up in the spiraling up into the higher, finer vibrations. The lower vibrations cannot exist in those higher, finer vibrations. But until that happens, the lower vibrations are going to continue to throw us off our center as best as they can. We had a pandemic. The last 2 years have been very tough on a lot of people. And now there's threats of war and countries invading other countries that are free sovereign beings. Everyone wants to be free. And that's really what Ascension's about. We're really straddling this third dimension and higher all throughout the day to release ourselves from these imposed limitations on our lives in every aspect of our life. And right now, that external world is certainly throwing in a lot of fear and hate and division into the atmosphere. And there's no easy solution. What I personally do is send love to everything. I send love to all the people in Russia, in Ukraine, all the surrounding areas, all around the world, even to those that are in charge, that are like Putin and them. Like I said before, they cannot exist, or that energy cannot exist in the highest vibration of love. So when the whole world comes together and is sending love to Ukraine, that's very powerful. These lower vibrational energies don't have any way to take that away from us. And they don't have the power of unconditional love. which is the highest power. They have to use might and force. But it's still playing out. And I know a lot of us here in the spiritual community are sending love to all of it. And that's what we will continue to do. And that will help it dissipate sooner rather than later. The more love and peace and harmony we send out to every part of Mother Earth, that has to come back. And this is exactly what the law of today is, the law of cause and effect. What you put out comes back. So imagine billions of us sending love and peace and harmony out into these areas, well, to all of Mother Earth, to anywhere there's tyranny and those trying to take the freedoms and rights from others. We send them love, and it will come back. Cause and effect. So first I'm going to go through all the laws we've been through so far, and maybe touch a little bit on all this external stuff at the end. But I hope everyone's well. I appreciate you coming to hang out with me for a minute. And let's get started. So the law of divine oneness states that everything is connected to everything else. We are all one. The law of vibration states like attracts like. I'm sorry. The law of vibration states that everything has whether we can see it or not, in its most basic form is pure energy and light, and it vibrates at a rate of speed. And this is on Mother Earth, in our solar system. Everything vibrates and has a resonance. And we have the law of correspondence, which states as above, so below, as within, so without. And your outer life is a reflection of your inner life. And that's going to kind of go along with the law of cause and effect today. The law of attraction is like attracts like. So again, it's based on our vibration. What we are vibrating is the vibration that we are receiving back at all times. So once you up your vibration, bigger, better, more, sorry. My voice does this every time. I'm so sorry. What was that? What we vibrate internally out to the external comes back to us. This is the law of vibration. This is how it works. And we have the law of action, which states that we must perform an action in order to achieve whatever it is we are desiring. And we have the law of perpetual transmutation of energy, which states that everything is always in motion. Nothing ever stands still. So all these vibrations and energies are constantly weaving in and out, and they want to become, especially in this law, the law of perpetual transmutation of energy. Wherever we are vibrating out, thinking, our beliefs, our feelings, it has to manifest into a form. These are laws of physics. These are nature laws. So let's get on to the law of cause and effect. These are very, very connected and intertwined. And like I said, we're not doing these well, we are doing them randomly if we're not consciously aware. These laws are always in play with every living thing on earth, anything that vibrates, really. So anyway, excuse me, the law of cause and effect. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So what we be, say, or do comes back to us. So this goes back into our what we think, believe, and feel, because our thoughts and beliefs give us feelings. The feelings are what really intensify that magic. So it's going to come back to you. The more feeling you have about something, it has to come back to you, no matter what it is. So it's important to have ourselves. Let me get a drink of water. Excuse me. Okay, so I just took a deep breath, grounded into Mother Earth, connected to my higher self. I'm clearing out my energy field, making sure everything's clear and clean. I do this through my heart center. So there's love in it. This is how I wake up and I start the day, and I do this all throughout the day. And plus, I am always using mindful meditation, which is a way for me to keep track of everything and to stay aware of my thoughts, my beliefs, because as long as I am grateful and appreciative of all the things that I am blessed to experience throughout the day, that comes back to you. Whatever you're putting out's coming back to you. I was one of those people who thought terrible thoughts and gloom and doom constantly, and I lived that. So I'm not saying this is easy, but we're all doing these laws together. Like it's the first time we heard them, because really it is for me. I was coming to do the law of attraction and realized there was 11 other laws, and there can be more. There are sub laws too, so don't take that as actual fact. But with the law of cause and effect, we reap what we sow. So what our dominant thoughts are and beliefs are, which give us feelings about these issues, whatever it is. It's you putting it out here, it's got to come back to you. Just how these laws work. It goes back and forth. Everything is going to turn into in some kind of physical form or an experience for you under the law of perpetual transmutation of energy. So nothing happens by chance or outside the universal laws. Every action has a reaction or consequence. We reap what we sow. The law of cause and effect is the law of laws, according to Ralph Waldo Emerson. The most important lesson involving human conduct and interaction is seen in the cosmic law of cause and effect. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Every human thought, word, and deed is a cause. It sets off a wave of energy throughout the universe, which in turn creates the effect, whether desirable or undesirable. This is why it is so important to monitor your thoughts. If you haven't gone through that, and it still happens to me, I monitor every thought I have. When something hits me wrong, I stop and I ask myself why. And I question it, and I find out, and I dig down until I figure it out so I can release it and replace it with a thought that will be more conducive to my well-being. We are the only ones who can do this. It is our sole responsibility, SOUL and SOLE, responsibility to monitor our energy, our thoughts, our feelings, our beliefs, our vibration. And I realize it's challenging, especially with this external world. You know, if you look around your vicinity, your immediate vicinity, or your relationships, and it doesn't look good. It's not life affirming. It's not in your best interest or your well-being. It's hard to make these decisions, but it's for your soul, your being, who you are right now. It's the best thing you can do is to free yourself from things that are detrimental to you in your vicinity. I mean, if your vicinity is harmonious and loving and peaceful, it is such a different feeling. Because that's how my vicinity is now, but it was not always like that. And it was challenging. And I was miserable. And I was just layered misery on top of misery and problems coming at me. And it just was nonstop. And I thought, wow. And I really thought that's what life was, because I had never experienced it otherwise. So these laws are really here to help us stay on track, to help us be aware, to question ourselves, to find solutions to issues in our life that are not bringing in the life that you desire. See what else we have here. With every thought of intention, action, and emotion that is transmitted from us, a person sets into motion an unseen chain of effects which vibrate from the mental plane, thought, the entire cellular structure of body out into the environment and into the ethers here. And the ethers is what creates our reality. You speak it into existence. This ether responds to you, but it responds to not only your words, it's your vibrations, your thoughts, your beliefs, your feelings. Again, feelings are vibration. They are. This is immediate. Comes right back. So with the law of action, I used a simple action to use every day, which was being in gratitude. Just that alone. Look at everything and be grateful for it. Thank it for being there, even if it's terrible. That's how I started. And it literally changed. I really was having more opportunities to be grateful for the things in my life. And I was creating more and more. So I was just going to use that as a simple example. Gratitude. Once you have that down and you're checking, monitoring your thoughts and your feelings, you know, even if someone has come into your vicinity and everything was going fine until that moment and they totally came in and trashed it, and you're feeling like shit or crying or upset, that's the time to ask yourself why. Go and dig in, dig deep, because there's a lot of things and layers in us. You know, when we release these blocks and these fears and these, you know, could be from childhood, it could be from other lifetimes. We're releasing deep cellular traumas out of us. So if you find that you know something has come into your vicinity and you really took it, like it's really upsetting you, this is a perfect time to go in, examine it, ask yourself what is going on here. You may not know the exact thing that caused that, but you went in and you looked at it. You stood in your power. You faced a fear and a hurt. And as soon as you do that, it dissipates. It lessens. So the next time it comes around, it is not as traumatizing to your system. This is why, you know, a lot of people, in the spiritual community, I think that we all do examine our feelings and thoughts and beliefs, but a lot of people will not look at their feelings. They don't want to know what, they just want to block it out, go do something else, you know, drink a beer, go for a run, whatever it is. They will not think about what is upsetting them. And it gets buried and buried and buried. Excuse me. And sooner or later that comes out in full force. I'm sure we've all had those experiences where you just blow up, you know, and you think about it a little bit later and you're like, what in the world? Why did I get so angry over something like that? You know, what, I mean, okay, yeah, it was disturbing, but to blow up like that, that is you, your energy field in this form, releasing a block. And once you can do that, release it and acknowledge it, understand it, accept it, forgive it, whatever it needs in that moment, and then love it, it dissipates. And the next time it comes around, and it probably will, but it'll be less than what it was. And in these last 10 years, we have kind of really went in and cleared out a lot of things within our beings. You know, again, could be from this lifetime or other lifetimes. You know, I know a lot of us have had past life regressions here, and you know that there's stuff there, you know. All right, let's see what else we have. The vibratory energy returns to the original source upon the swing of the pendulum. So if I'm the pendulum and I put out hate to a certain group of people or to a certain, it could be anything, it's going to come back to me. Or if I'm talking about people behind their back, you know, that's that insidious energy. And that's, you're putting it out there, it's going to come back. It is that simple. What you put out, you become, you receive. Every cause and effect. I'm sorry. According to the nature of our actions, the divine consciousness will assign corresponding effects. I know most of us here believe in a higher power, but some might not. But there is this ether. And this is what we're talking about. This is the divine consciousness. You speak, you speak into existence what you are living. And all you have to do is right now look around you and see how close you are to living the life of your dreams or how far away you are. And start figuring out ways to up that vibration. And the easiest way is with gratitude. So let's see what else we have. We are the ones who cause the effects. We do the cause and the effect. I'm sorry. All right, I think we're at the end here. Whatever thoughts, feelings, beliefs, words, which is energy, all of that is energy and it's vibrating. We put out, we get back. So it's kind of tied into what's going on in the external right now. There's nothing I can do sitting here other than financially support people in the Ukraine, physically, but I can send energy anywhere I put my mind to, and so can you. So we can cover Russia and Ukraine and all surrounding areas in love. We can cover all of Mother Earth in love every day, every moment. And we will see an effect. That will make a difference. I believe in that, and I hope you believe in that. If you're watching a spiritual channel, I'm pretty sure you do. We have that much power individually to send out unconditional love, peace, and harmony, and we will see it come back. We will see it there make a difference. It already is. There are both sides, Russians and Ukrainians, who don't want anything to do with this. And a lot of people in Russia are being arrested and, being tortured. We send them love because they tried to stand up for freedom. And like I said, even it gets down to it, and I know a lot of people don't like to hear this, but you even send Putin love. Those dark energies change when love hits them. It's like Superman with kryptonite. They grow when we send hate and fear and division. We just make that stronger. It's something we really need to work on as a whole in society. The media is broadcasting to us all these horrible things that are going on, and yeah, they are horrible. You gotta look at it from your perspective, from where you're sitting. Instead of feeling helpless, send it energy. If you can't send it love, at least be neutral. There's a vibe in you somewhere that can send something besides fear and hate and division out and empower the dark. We are light workers. We are love workers. This is why we're here. Not all of it is rainbows and unicorns. In fact, I don't know about you, but most of being on planet Earth in this dimension, third dimension, excuse me, is not pretty to look at. But again, that's why we came here. We came here to up that vibration. And again, the lower vibration cannot exist in a higher vibration of love. It just can't. It's not how the laws of physics work. I would implore you, I don't know what other word to say, to try to send the highest vibration to that situation as you can. Don't feed the lower vibrations. It's what they want. Success is created within us. And if we can do and change our individual lives together, look at the power we have there. Your unconditional love. If we together send unconditional love to the parts of this world that really need it, we can make a difference. All right, this was the law of cause and effect. This is Valerie from Illumination Portal. Please like, share, and subscribe. I send you love, peace, and harmony. Now we'll see you the next time.